Okay, I'm gonna make a quick video. I had a short in my trailer lights on my Fontaine flatbed trailer. My running lights, the running lights would just went out on me. So the way I diagnosed it was first I'll check all the fuses under your dash. Everything was good. Then I got one of these probes, which I highly recommend. It's real good. It checks, it's kind of like a test light, but you can also check for ground, and you can also push this button and shoot 12 volts to it. You know what I mean? So if I push this button, it's going to energize this probe, so I can shoot 12 volts to something. And so what happened was I checked all my fuses. They were all good. Then I came to my pigtail end. I came to this, and first I pulled up a schematic of which is for the running lights. It was the brown one. I'll show you the little schematic. All I did was Google 7-pin semi-trailer pigtail schematic, and it tells you what colors each one is. And so the running lights was the brown one. So I came over here to the brown one. I put the probe, and this was hot. So that eliminates my truck. That means that it's coming out of the pigtail good. So it's something in the trailer. So then I came over here and wiggled it. It didn't come on, but I noticed when I hit it, I could see my marker lights flash a little bit. So I was like, man. And not only that, to give credit to Country Ghetto, he told me to check behind this panel, because I didn't know if they had a fuse block in your trailer, which I didn't think so, which they don't. All your fuses are in your truck, so I couldn't figure it out. So anyway, so I pulled this panel off. I didn't need to pull the panel off, but I have this that spins, so I wanted to tighten that too. So I could have just took these two screws out and pulled this out, right? And this was the old one. And as you can see, there's a lot of, I don't like all this, like wires hanging out and shit. I don't like that. Plus you can see the little green, that's needs to be cleaned up. This is the one that I'd already pulled out the broken wires before I decided to make a video. And so when I pulled it out, I pushed the wire right here and turned on my lights, everything worked. So I was like that, I knew right away because it was already broke, you know what I mean, on that pin. So I definitely knew that. So I unscrewed this, and I started just to stick it in there and tighten it up and keep rocking. But I already had bought a new one. And so, I'm just it's a super easy fix. I said, man, I'll just cut all these clean, get rid of all that green shit, and, just hook this up. They're super easy to hook up because on the back, it already tells you, if you look real close, it'll tell you the color: white, brown, green, red. So you just match them up. But I would always, even if it didn't have that, I always just take a picture of where they went. You know what I mean? Always take a picture of stuff when you take it apart. But I went ahead, and since the ends are all ugly anyway, I went ahead and clipped them, and so I got a reference right here should I need it. But I don't need it because, like I said, it's labeled. But it's super easy. All you do is just put them all where they go and tighten them up and put it back together. But but you do want to, just so it's easy and they slide in perfect, you know what I mean? You're not fighting with the wires. What I do is I look at this, and you see this is they're all the same length except this one. This one sticks out more. So this middle wire, which is the blue wire, I'm gonna cut that one shorter. See what I'm saying? So if it's shorter, it's all how you cut these to make it fit better. They're all gonna be the same length except the middle one is gonna be shorter. So I'm gonna cut that one back shorter, and that way it'll slide in, they'll all fit neatly. But I'm gonna go ahead and trim all these back, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. And what I mean is, you gotta check your plug, because some plug, like this plug, has two of them that would be shorter, this white one and this blue one, and the rest would be the same length. But anyways, because if you kept them all the same length, when you push this in, you're gonna be fighting to get those in, because these are gonna be the same length. You put that in, you tighten it, now these are gonna be too short, so you're gonna be fighting to get it in and fighting to get it in. So that's why you cut it. So as you can see, I cut these all the same length, except the blue one's a little bit shorter. and that's going to help me. Another thing too, you could pull back, cut a little bit more of this green back. It'll give you more slack in these wires so you can move them around. But yeah, that's it. So now all I got to do is just you know, strip the little piece off the end of all of them and start lining them up. Another thing, a quick fix. This is my glad hand thing, always spinning. All you do is just tighten that nut back there. Hold it right here, tighten that nut tight. Okay, so I got it all wired in, and can you see how neat that is? See, I feel a lot better about that, man. You know what I mean, versus this shit. See the way they had all them wires? Those wires can short out easy. You see how they're hanging over? If they touch the next one, you're gonna have all kinds of shit going crazy. You know what I mean? And this is why I said to cut it short. See, that blue wire is shorter, so these all go straight in, because if the blue wire, if they were all the same length, then all of these would be bent, because it's going to be fighting. It's going to be fighting to pull these out. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's going to be fighting to pull the blue one out because these are longer. And now that, you know, it's real, you know, there's no tension or anything. Real nice and clean. It's an easy fix. I recommend hooking up your lights to it and checking everything before you put it all back together. But there's no reason none of this is, you know, as you can see the insulation is cut right all the way. You know, you don't want the insulation in there because it might mess up the connection, you know, but you want it right, you know, cut real nice. And yeah, and this is an easy, quick fix. I've had this in my toolbox. Keep extra parts. This is only, I could have done this at the truck stop, you know. Keep all these tools, keep my probe, everything is in my truck. You know what I mean? This is only a $7 piece at the dealership. At Volvo dealership, I pay $7. And this is the same one that goes on your truck side too. You know, so it would have been the same situation. But yeah, easy repair. Easy repair. And like I said, man, this is some basic stuff. I know if you're a mechanic, I'm not a mechanic, but even if you're mechanically inclined, this video is not for you. This is for somebody that, you know what I mean, owner operator just trying to make it out there, man. Might not have a lot of money, man. If you took this to a shop, man, especially on the road, if you took this on the shop on the road, man, they would have pulled it apart, seen what it was, just stabbed it back in, sent you down the road, and gave you a fat ass bill talking about they had to rewire the trailer or something. You know what I mean? This was a $7 repair in about 30 minutes of time, man. So, you know, I hope this video gives you the confidence to do it on your own. Y'all have a great day. And this is it all put back together. Nice and neat, everything. I've already checked the wires. Got a fresh plug in there. Y'all be cool. Drive safe out there. Another thing, keep you one of these boxes on your truck, man. Some electrical tape, some relays, some fuses, fuse holders. I need some more fuse holders. Get you out of bind. Razor blades, in case you need to get up the road. Just kidding. And yeah, this shit's all on my truck.